And welcome. So Tuesdays, normally we do our yoga sculpt, but for today we are going to have a relaxing, restorative yoga and yoga stretch. So for our class today, whatever bolsters that you have and blocks and straps, whatever you have at home, you bring it to this practice. If you don't have a yoga strap like this, grab a bathrobe. So if you're not doing this live, you can also go grab it. Yoga blocks, if you don't have them, pick up a couple of books. We can always modify and just do the poses that you can. I do have a couple of different bolsters here. You don't have to have all the selection of props, okay? If you get a pillow and you fold it lengthwise and then wrap a towel around it, you can make it into this cylinder shape, and is also a great option and modification for your props, okay? Pillows, whatever that you have, it also works. We are gonna go ahead and get started by sitting right in the center of our mat. So today is not about movement, today is about grounding ourselves and relaxing, because that's also important for a complete wellness. So let's start by rolling the shoulders back a couple of times. And then if you wish, close your eyes. And we're gonna take a nice deep breath, inhaling all the way into your belly. And you can visualize yourself getting up all the tension in your body, and then exhale that out. Every time you inhale, just connecting with the body, bringing the belly out and expanding, filling up with air. And then every time you exhale, just visualize you're letting go and releasing what no longer serves you. It can be an ache and pain if you're sick or stressed. Visualize that being expelled out into the environment. I'll ask that again. Deep breath in, inhaling all the way into the belly. Feel the belly expanding. And breathe out, releasing out whatever is preventing you from feeling whole and complete. And keeping your eyes closed for a few more moments, noticing your body in this moment. And if you wish, you can set the intention for your practice today. This is also called the Sankalpa, and that is whatever it is that you feel that you want to work on this practice, or you can bring into your life. And the way we do it is by thinking about whatever this may be 3 times with heartfelt conviction, as if already true. So if you want to feel healthier, you say, I am healthy. So we say it in the present tense. I am happy, I am peaceful, I am whole, I'm complete. Just think about one thing and say it in the present tense 3 times. And now nice and gently, bring the right ear to the right shoulder. You're going to be moving very gently during this practice today. And feeling that nice stretch on the left side of your neck. Whatever we find during today's practice, you're going to have compassion and kindness. And we're going to slowly switch to the other side. Well, sometimes when we find there is something sore or tightness or pain in the body or an illness, sickness, we tend to constrict and wish it were different. But whatever is going on in this moment in your body, instead of bringing guilt and shame, let's bring kindness and compassion towards ourselves, towards our body. And we're going to slowly switch once again. Alright, go bring the arm out to the side, extend your elbow, keeping the right ear to the right shoulder. The right shoulder is relaxed. Now the left arm, going to start making some nice little circles here. And just feeling all the sensations on the left side of your neck. And reverse. And these circles can be small, they can be big circles. This is your practice in your body, so it's whatever feels good to you. And release. Bring the hands to your thighs and nice and gently. Let's bring the left ear to the left shoulder. And we'll bring the right arm out, making those circles. You're feeling the sensations on your neck and shoulders. And let's reverse that circle. And release back to the center. Now let's roll ahead just on the front for a half circle from one side to the other. And just be very aware of the body, being present in this moment. And when your mind calls your attention to go on a journey, you just bring it back to this present moment, to whatever we're doing today. And back to the center. Now bring your hands to your shoulders, cupcake hands. I'm going to start to make some nice little circles here. And you may feel different sensations and sounds in the shoulder, maybe in the joint, in the ligaments. And we practice some acceptance. Now let's reverse. Feeling that chest opening up, the shoulders. And now open the arms. We'll take a nice deep breath. And now as you exhale, bring one arm on top of the other and give yourself a nice hug. Walking with your fingertips towards the edge of your shoulder blades. Whatever is comfortable to you. And maybe your shoulders are tight and you can't go that far. You're not trying to force anything to happen. So whatever the position is, feels right for you. You're going to slowly bring that chin down towards the chest. And slowly release. Bring your head to neutral position. We're going to inhale, open up those arms. Then now exhale, cross the opposite arm on top. Slowly bring the chin down towards the chest. And slowly release, bringing the fingertips towards the side, palms of the hands facing forward. Inhale, bring both arms up, palms of the hands together. Make your body nice and long. Now as you exhale, bring your right fingertips down towards the floor. And reach into that right corner of the room with your left fingertips. Now this does not have to be a static practice. Let it be fluid. This is not a rock practice. This is more of a water. It's fluid. So bringing some movement into it. And whatever feels good in your body. And if you find a sweet spot in this, there's a sweet spot in every yoga pose. That is an area maybe calling for your attention. You just hold that pose for a moment or two. And slowly release. Fingertips to the floor next to you. Palms, the hands are facing forward. Inhale, bring the palms together, reach nice and tall. Now as you exhale, bring your left fingertips down towards the floor. Right fingertips towards the left corner of the room. And again, open up that chest, move your body, whichever way works for you. Being the river, flowing like water, feeling all the sensations in the body. And just breathe. And whenever doing this practice, you feel like taking a deeper breath and then exhaling it out, just releasing the stresses of your day. Maybe whatever lingering emotion you may be holding on to your body. And release. Now bring your left heel in and place your right heel on the outside. Now you can, if you do have your bolster already ready, you can have the bolster in front of you. You're gonna inhale, reach both arms up. Now as you exhale, bring your fingertips on the floor. You can bring that bolster all the way in. And if you can, rest your forehead down on the bolster. For a lot of people, that is not going to be something that's going to be comfortable. And this is an opportunity to have a block or even 2 blocks if you need, or a couple of pillows and cushions until you find that this is a comfortable position. It might be just finding that right position for you in this moment. And just breathe. Just relaxing the back of your shoulders, relaxing your neck. So whenever we do a restorative pose, it's always for letting go. And that letting go can be a little bit like letting go of control. So just allowing it for the body to release by itself. There's really nothing for you to do here, just breathe. And maybe softening the fingers, and if it feels right to you, you can bring your arms in. You can place your hands on top of the bolster, whatever feels good and comfortable. Now press into the palm of your hand. We're going to come up to a seated position. I'm going to press that prop forward. We're going to switch legs. The leg that was on the back, now it's on the front. So right heel in, left foot forward. Depending on if you can do a deeper forward fold, you can keep the bolster on the floor, or just if that was comfortable for you, bring it in. Inhale, lift both arms up. Exhale. Bring that forehead towards your block, or your bolster, your pillow. It may feel completely different on this side, and that's totally okay. And let's walk with the fingertips back. Bring your legs nice and wide for a fan pose. Just bring that nice and whatever is comfortable for you. Now the bolster is going to be sinking in a little bit deeper for this one, so we may have to have an extra block, an extra pillow. So inhale, reach, and then exhale, reach for the end of your bolster or your pillow and bring your forehead into your block. Add as many props as you need for this. And let's press with the palms of the hands. Reach and release. Bring the blocks out to the side. Bring the bolsters so the end of the bolster is touching your right hip. We're going to swing your legs to the left and back. Going to slowly start to turn that torso towards the bolster. So we're not laying down sideways. We want to keep it as that chest towards the bolster. So when your forehead touches the bolster, turn your head towards your legs. And then release your arms down so your forehead's your cheeks is touching the bolster. And your forearms are touching the mat. Deep breath in and out as we allow the prop to hold the weight of your body. And now if you wish to deepen this stretch, just turn your head to the opposite direction. If you have never done this before, it might be too much, so just keep your head towards the legs if that's the case. You can keep your arms, whatever position is comfortable to you. You can bring at the end of the bolster or just keep your forearms down so that you can add a little bit of support. But try not to hold it on like if you're holding a plank. You do want to allow that nice neck stretch here. Should feel that along your spine. Now slowly turn the head. If you had turned the opposite direction, press with the palm of the hand. We'll come back to a seated position. Extend your knees in the front and now bring the bolster to the opposite side. So we're going to do the same. Now you have the bolster, the round part of your bolster or your pillow, whatever you have, on the left hip. You're going to swing the legs towards the right and back. And with your fingertips on the floor, start to turn your torso towards the bolster. Coming down nice and slow. When your forehead touches, you turn and let your cheek kiss the bolster or the prop that you have. And you can close your eyes if you wish. Taking some deeper breaths. And if you wish, turn your head to the opposite direction. And turn your head towards the front. Press the palms of your hands and come up to a seated position. Are you going to leave this bolster or your pillow out to the side for now? We are going to hold on to our yoga strap. Now, if you don't have a yoga strap and you have something that is very long, that would be great. If you don't, a belt, you can modify and just use a belt instead of that one. This strap is an 8-foot strap. So when you put it in locked, it doesn't come off. And that's what we want. All right. I have my kitty's fur flying everywhere. So this is what we want right here. Oh, there is a lot. So if you do not have a strap and you have a just a belt or I like bathrobe straps, they're great also. You are just going to hold it right here on the ball of your foot, all right, for a hamstring stretch. If you do have your yoga strap and it's locked, to make sure this buckle's not towards the head, just turn it sideways a little bit. You're gonna bring this behind the head, towards the skull right here. It's not on the neck, but it's right underneath your ponytail. You're gonna place it there, and now the opposite leg, you're gonna allow it to come down. Now this is amazing. It's a great opportunity for learning how to let go. And it's a very comforting stretch. It's called the hammock. It's really about trying to find the balance that your leg's not going all the way up, your head is not. I mean, you just find that one neutral spot where you feel that nice stretch on your hamstring. Feel the nice stretch on your neck as well. This should feel very, very comfortable. You should not feel any strain on your neck. If you do have any condition, you should not be practicing this or any other type of class without your physician's permission, right? So making sure this is for healthy bodies. So be mindful where you are today in this moment and just breathe. And as you exhale, just really relax into this pose. There's a sensation of almost like you're floating. And if you're used to meditating, this is a great pose to just shift into being and just be here as awareness. And now bend the opposite knee, the left knee, and with control, just lift your head, release from behind the head. And before we do the other side, we are going to rest in Shavasana. for just a few breaths. So palm of the hands upward, inhaling deep into the belly and exhale it out. And now we're going to do the same with the other side. And make sure that buckle is not behind the head. Bring the strap to the left ball of your foot. Keep the right knee bent first. Bring the strap right underneath that ponytail, not on the neck, but still on the skull. And then finding that balance, arm down when you're ready. Bring the opposite leg down. And if you notice any difference between one side and the other, just be curious about it, investigate it, but we're not going to judge. And now holding on to the strap, bend the right knee, release. Bring the strap out to the side. Extend your knees, palm of the hands facing upward. You're going to take a few breaths in Shavasana. Now bend your knees and roll to one side. Press to the palm of your hand. And you're going to grab your bolster. I'm going to show you a couple options for doing this one in case you have more than one. So if you only have this one bolster, you can go ahead and place it across your mat. You're going to lay down with your arms over it, with the palms facing up or down if you feel more comfortable. And this is a supported fish pose. If this feels like too much for you, you can also place a towel underneath your head or an extra pillow or a blanket. Yes. So this is going to feel amazing, comfortable. Now, if you do have a couple of different bolsters like this one, this is a little bit more elaborate pose, but it's so good. So you're going to sit at the end of this one bolster. You're going to have the other one. underneath. So that's a couple of bolsters you would require for this one. This one might be a little bit higher. Ideally, we would have the same distance. You can do the opposite. Just find this is a little bit more comfortable. And we would get the strap and just coming a little bit closer. And you're gonna place it to basically hold your legs. So when we are here, you don't want it to be tight, but it has to be to control so that your feet are not dropping out to the sides. Yeah? And then now we lay down. So just finding the edge so that your head is actually not on the bolster, your head is down. Everybody is a different height, so you have to find what is the right height for you. And remember to always come back to the breath. If you find that your mind is being very distracted, the mind always wants our attention. And most of the time the message is not helpful. So just for now, let's just leave it in the background like if it was someone talking in another room. You don't have to engage with the thought process at this moment. Just focusing in your being. You can do that by either paying attention to the breath or to sensations in the body. You can just choose to be with your body right now. And now we're gonna slowly bring the legs a little bit closer. You can take the strap, just slide your feet off your strap and bring your feet down towards the floor so that you're grounded here. You can shift your hip out to the side and then you're gonna roll and come up to a seated position, or you can just completely roll off your bolster. Okay, so if you do have the blocks, you can place them underneath your whichever bolster you have, or you can just slide it in. You're gonna sit on child's pose. Now, if you do have the blocks, I invite you to just place the blocks underneath it. For a little bit better support right here. Just more comfortable, you can slide your hand between the blocks or behind it. And just choose whichever position is comfortable to your hands. The palms can also be down. If this finds too much pressure on your knees, you're welcome to slide a cushion or pillow between your legs and your glutes. And let's turn the head to the opposite side. And breathe. And just breath into the palm of your hand. I'm going to remove the blocks to the side. You're going to do a modified pigeon pose with the props. Now, if you may not need it, I just find it really comfortable sometimes for the pigeon pose. So just keep the bolster nearby. We're gonna adjust that. Go up in a downward dog. Lift your right leg up as you inhale. Then as you exhale, go ahead and see if you can shift that leg on the front of your bolster. So now the bolster is going to be actually making a little cushion, which is where it feels uncomfortable on the pigeon. So you may be actually able to bring that shin a little further forward sometimes. No, don't force anything with your knee. Let's stay here in the palms of your hands. The toes are released on the back. Look over one shoulder. And now we'll come down, and if you have an extra bolster or pillow or cushion, you can just rest your forehead on that pillow. You can have both hands and just breathe and relax right here. Now let's come up nice and slowly. So now if you do want to stay a little bit longer on these poses, you're welcome to do that. I'm going to shift that, switch that other leg in. I find it a little bit easy to get in there instead of the the downward dog. I'm gonna switch it up. And I'm gonna slowly release, coming up. You can just bring that leg back forward and remove that bolster from behind. We are still going to be using the bolsters or the pillows, whatever you have here. Now we're going to do the counter pose for what we just did, and we're going to lay down on our stomach right here. The first thing we want to see if this end of the bolster is aligned with your hip. All right, so you're gonna bring the top of your leg so that it's aligned with the hip, because it's the knees aligned with the hip. All right, you're gonna keep that foot nice and engaged, and you're gonna bring that hip. Now, if you don't might not need that pillow, just bring your palm over palm. That's your little pillow. If this bothers your chest, you just slide a blanket underneath. And let's switch sides. You can just bring the bolster to the other side. I'm going to slowly release. Just leave that bolster out to the side. We are going to be in this position. We're going to bring one arm out and you can start. I'm going to start with my right one because it's out here so you can see it. We'll keep the elbow extended. Be really mindful of your shoulder on this one. You're going to bend the opposite knee, okay? The other arm is right here just to help you. And you may not be able to go too far. You can stay sideways or you can start to tap the toe behind. My shoulders are tight. I have an injury going on. So I'm going to stay sideways right here. But if you can't, just turn, continue to turn until it's comfortable to you. And I'm going to slowly roll to the other side. So extend the opposite elbow, bring the arm in. And now this time I might be able to go a little further just because this other arm is not injured. So you want to, you can keep your hand here for that support and control of your pose. Breathe. And roll it back. Now we're going to press and sit back here in child's pose for just a moment. And we're going to move into all fours for a thread the needle. I'm going to stretch the back of the shoulder. So inhale, lift. Should be a little easier to lift just because we stretch. Now exhale, thread the needle. And the opposite arm can stay here also for support, just as we did on the other pose, or you can extend your elbow. And let's bring the arm back, press to the palm of your hand. And we're going to switch it out. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, thread the needle. And then here again, you can keep the hand right here. You can extend the arm up. That's my little injury here, so be mindful. And then press to the palm of our hands and slide your arm out. All right, so we have the next one. We are going to need both of our blocks for this one. I'm going to invite you, if you don't have a block, to just pick up a cushion and put it underneath your tailbone for this one. I'll just find our music here again. All right, so for this, it really depends on how open your back is. It's a very nice, it feels, sometimes can be feel a lot for some people. So you can have it this way. This way will be for most people. And for this one, imagine this for the base of your skull. So this one is going to be across your shoulder blades. Okay, this gonna come. It's gonna have to take the ponytail off. Okay. All right, so I am going to make this into a nice vibe for our, as we get close to the end of our practice. All right. So let's make sure you find this really comfortable, okay? So the first thing, you want to keep the knee bent and then get yourself. And then pick up the other one and just find that sweet spot that I mentioned at the beginning of the class. And then just allow your arms to drop out. Shuffle your body until adjust it until you find that comfortable position and breathe. If you wish here, you can have one hand on the belly, one on the chest, or just keep your arms out, whatever is comfortable for you. If you wish, you can extend your knees if that feels good in your body. It's about letting go here, surrendering to the moment. Now bend your knee one at a time. It's nice and controlled. Just turn to one side. You can move the blocks out to the side. We'll sit back on child's pose for a few breaths here. Just press into the palm of your hand, feeling the sensations on your shoulder blade. And I'm going to lay down on our backs for a quick Shabasana. We're going to do a few deeper breaths. And you're always welcome to stay here for as long as you wish. As the palms of the hands are facing upwards. Take a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, we completely let go. Just give it out with a sigh. Just hold nothing back. And now every time you inhale, if you wish, you can visualize a beautiful blue or white light entering through the bottoms of your feet. And with each in-breath, this light gets higher and higher, moving towards your legs and your hips. And then as you breathe out, you can breathe out whatever is still remaining in your body that no longer serves you. Anything out of your heart that doesn't feel right, any grudges or anger, resentment. Deep breath in. Allow that blue-white light to get a little bit higher towards the heart and chest, and breathe it out. And as you inhale, continue to visualize this blue-white light coming through the soles of your feet, now all the way up towards your throat. And then maybe breathe out any unspoken words. And then breathing in all the way up towards the head. Until your whole head is encompassed by this beautiful white and blue light, giving you wisdom and connection to that deeper part of you, your true self. Just feel your whole body filled with this blue white light. And this light goes beyond the boundaries of your physical body, so that it's also surrounded and all encompassed by this peaceful light. And here in this moment, you know that everything is okay. You feel healthy and whole in mind and body, knowing that this is your connection to your true self, spirit. The word is not important. It's whatever it is that you hold the highest. And just feel deep within you that this peaceful feeling you feel right now is not special. This is what you are at all times. Usually just covered by the stresses or sickness or difficult emotions that happen during your day. But this is truth. This is reality. This peaceful feeling, this serenity. This is what is real. And you can stay here for as long as you wish. And if you are ready to return to activity, you can start wiggling your toes and fingers, giving your body some time. but knowing that the peaceful feeling stays with you because that is you. And feeling wonderful inside and out. Turn towards one side and take a few breaths here. And the nice feeling of having done something that is so nurturing to your body and mind. And know deeply into your being that you deserve this. And whenever you're ready, press to the palm of your hand and come up to a seated position. And again, you are welcome to stay laying down. And you can place one hand on the heart and one on the belly. Or just both hands in the heart, whatever feels right. And take a nice deep breath in. And whenever you're ready, you can gently open your eyes if you haven't done so yet. And maybe everything looks brighter and more colorful because the world is just how we perceive it. And maybe bring some gratitude towards this moment and yourself. We're going to finish it up with 3 deep breaths. Inhale, bring both arms up. And exhale, thumbs to the heart. And again, deep breath in and out. And one more time. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope you feel amazing and relaxed. And don't forget to come back next time so that we can practice again. Have a great rest of your day.